How to set yourself up to have the best day ever. What's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys are doing great and feeling amazing. I wanted to share some tips on how you can have an amazing, wonderful, joyful, happy experience. And this is important because there are a lot of people na when they wake up, you're waking up feeling heavy, lethargic, parang you're not motivated to get out of bed. You have to drag yourself out of bed. Um, or maybe there are times when you wake up and you just feel unhappy. You're unmotivated, 'di ba? Parang hindi mo gustong harapin yung araw. For a lot of people, ayaw harapin yung buhay because there's too much pain associated with living life. So I'm doing this video in the hopes that it'll help inspire you, whoever gets to watch this, to keep on to keep on going and to find new meaning in your life purpose every single day. I'm also greeting everyone here on YouTube watching and on Leica as well. I am so appreciative of all of you on all my social media, commenting and sharing and flexing the content and the videos. So I'll get right to the topic. But if you can catch me live, feel free to comment here. Or if you're watching the replay, you can comment as well, so I know that you're catching the replay, and I really really appreciate it. I think, and I'll get right into the topic. The first thing that you want to do is not just focus on the day, yung pagising mo, right? Like, what am I going to do first thing in the morning, this and that. The most important thing to do is to prepare yourself the night before, bago ka matulog. And a lot of people, we don't talk about sleep. We don't talk about our evening rituals. This is so crucial for a lot of people. Let's put it this way. Kung ano yung tinatanim mo the night before, yun yung aanihin mo. Whatever you're planting the night before is what you're going to be reaping the next day, literally. So, a few tips, a few pointers. And this is like in random order, right? But what I've been doing the past, I think, 3 months already, I have what you call a blue light blocking glasses that I bought online for like $20. That's I think the equivalent amount, and I start wearing them at around 9 p.m. Ibig sabihin nito, hi Jet from Saudi. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing the video. Sana makatulong sa mga manunood. Once you start wearing these blue light blocking glasses, it helps your body trigger this thing called melatonin. Melatonin is what puts you in this relaxed, sleepy state at night. And diba, a lot of you sa gabi gising na gising ka pa. Well, because you are surrounding yourself with a lot of artificial lights. Naka-on yung ilaw mo sa bahay, plus fluorescent light. You can do your own research. It's not very good for you, especially if it's that you have fluorescent light in your bedroom. You want to make sure that your bedroom is very, very dark. So get these blackout curtains if you think that'll help you. I don't necessarily have blackout curtains, but it's very dark in my room. That's one. And itong blue light glasses, it'll stop these blue light that's being emitted from your devices, from your iPad, from your phone, which madami sa atin, we're always on our gadgets, but like late night you're scrolling, it's very, very bad for you. That's one tip. I would also say that it's so important to be able to, and I'm still trying to master this myself, to be able to sleep at a consistent schedule. It's a regular schedule. Like every night, I find myself by 10 p.m., I'm already in bed. The challenges that I'm facing is I get stimulated by listening to a lot of audio, and it's not allowing me to, get sleepier. So, importante to be able to listen to something that'll perhaps put you in a calm and serene space. It could be meditation music, it could be soft music, but it's got to be, your screen has to be switched off. That's the important thing. So, even the slightest light na makita mo, it's going to trigger your body to wake up. So that's a quick hack sa gabi. If you want to start winding down around 9:30 or 9:45, I highly recommend journaling. I got several notebooks here. All you do is get a notebook, get your pen, and start writing down. I'll give you the tips, right? Number one, you can write down 3 things that you were grateful for in the day. whatever it was, like, something that at work, you got to spend time with your family, you got to play with your pet. Number two, you can write down three things that you think went well, or the meeting went well. It's very similar to number one. The work that I did, the presentation that I did, that went well. Number three, you can write down three challenges that you faced, but not about the challenge, but the lessons that you learned. So kung anong natutunan mo. Ibig sabihin, not a day will go by in your life where you're not being grateful for something and you're not learning something. This already puts you in a very positive frame of mind bago ka matulog. Na bakit to importante? Again, you're literally planting, sowing seeds into your subconscious. And when you go to sleep, that's what gets buried there. And the moment you wake up, parang ganito yan, you plant negativity sa gabi, guess what you wake up with in the morning? Negativity. So you plant positivity and goodness and gratitude. Guess what you wake up to? Exactly those things. Another tip, which I have to say, and I've said this before, make sure you never ever expose yourself to negative news, and you're scrolling through these people who are sharing like these horrific, violent images on social media. You got to be very careful. I know your brain gets attracted to that, as the fear center gets triggered, and you wanna know na how to stay away from this, but it's not gonna help you. What you want to do just before you go to bed, what I do every night, I visualize. What do you visualize just before you go to bed? Ito yung this is the time where your subconscious mind is impressionable. This is where you get to literally reprogram your thoughts. So I would think about this dream life that I have. And imagination is so important. So you start imagining, if everything went according to your wishes or your hopes and your dreams and your prayers, and everything worked out positively in your life, how would you be experiencing your health, your relationships, your money and career, your life purpose, your contribution, right? Your philanthropy, whatever it is. You start thinking of this just before going to bed, but that has to be the only thing occupying your mind. Diba, mapapansin mo kung saan pumupunta yung isip mo? Or maybe if you're doing business, a lot of people watch this are doing business. You're thinking about your group growing and expanding. You see people being helped by your products, so on and so forth. You see people smiling and celebrating with you, and you go to sleep with this image. What you're doing here is you are planting thoughts and planting seeds of intention. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka lang basta-basta kung ano mangyari. Like, you're purposefully guiding and feeding your mind to be able to focus on things that you want. A lot of us are complaining. Sabi natin, Coach, hindi ko gusto yung nangyayari. Yeah, but what's the percentage of time that you're putting into thinking about what you do want? Very few of us ever do that. Then, I'll stop there for the night. That should be enough. Then in the morning when you wake up, I always start with gratitude. Being able to, take a deep breath and feel that aliveness in your body. It's also a meditation. And in Hal Elrod's book, he talks about silence. So staying in silence, taking a few deep breaths, and not letting your mind wander and race. Diba? Automatically, I have to fix the kids, school stuff and lessons. I have to take care of my wife, my husband, my business. Automatically, ganun eh. And then you never get to have an awareness or a consciousness. It's like there's a program running you, and that's what's living your life. But if you're able to pause and to breathe, to really feel that life force inside of you, maybe you got to say thank you to God. Thank you for life. And if you pray, I would say, pray to God in a way where you're saying, God, I don't want to take control of my life today, but I want to be very open to life's experience. Surprise me in the most magnificent, wonderful, amazing, joyful way. And I'm open and receptive to experiencing you, your presence, and your amazing miracles today. And get ready. Because once you get to pray something like that, and it comes from deep in your heart, you're going to notice events, patterns, and people start showing up in your life. Magtataka like, why is this all happening? Because you asked for it. But many people, nagtataka tayo like, why isn't life working out for me? Well, because one, you never were aware that you were being run by a pattern. And this is a lot of things na accumulated from your past. And it's pain of the past. It's still living inside of you in the present, and it's still haunting you. You're not aware of it. But once you have an awareness, then number two, you're not setting intentions for the kind of life you want to be living. And also, perhaps, nilagay mo yung sarili mo sa kahon. Has anyone experienced that? Where you, like, I only think, feel, and act a certain way, and I can't get out of it anymore. Ito lang yung alam ko. And it becomes very destructive for a lot of us because the pattern is negative. It's very destructive. Wala akong kwentang tao. I'm not enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not pretty enough. I don't have enough money. And that's the whole world story. And that's why there's consumerism that has to show us, like, once you get this thing or that thing, then you'll be enough. Then you'll have value. Nothing wrong with stuff. I love stuff. But if you are linking your value and your meaning in life and your value as a person to the stuff that you have, you're going to end up quite empty, quite sad, and very, very lonely and disillusioned. And a lot of people are going through that. And so we try to speak into the lives of people and try to influence and say, there is a different way to go through life. Well, there's giving, but there's also growing. So part of the morning, make sure within your first hour, so there's gratitude in the morning. Make sure also that you spend time. Again, you can still use this time in the morning to visualize that life that you want, because your subconscious mind is still very impressionable. Ibig sabihin, it's the perfect time na magtanim ka pa din ng thoughts there. First thing in the morning. And then you start imagining, the way you want your day to unfold. Well, actually, you should have done that the night before as well. And as you're seeing this, you're going to notice, like, you start feeling better about yourself. A lot of people, we go through our days and our lives now, we don't feel good because we don't know what's going to happen. We're like, bahala na, let's just see. And then we get triggered by people, events, and circumstances that are happening all around us. Bakit ganito? Bakit? Well, because you never set your intention for the life that you wanted. To be grateful, to be kind. And to be able, once you do face challenges, to be able to learn and grow from them. Not to be afraid of them, because they're all part of that. And as you're visualizing and imagining that, then you're already saying thank you in advance. You're saying thank you in advance because it's already happening in your mind. And then make sure within that first hour you put in your exercise or your, for me, learning time, that there's automatically something positive and uplifting that I listen to. It could be a podcast. It could be a YouTube video. It could be an audiobook that I have. Or maybe I'm reading on my Kindle. Maybe nabasa ako and I'm already learning something positive. I'm already planting, again, these seeds of goodness and potential and growth into my mind for the whole day. And just that first hour of being awake, I'm already like, wow, it's already an amazing day. Like, I mean, you feel my energy now. Like, this is pretty good because I've learned to start implanting this. And it doesn't mean life will be perfect. I share this every video. It just means that whenever those challenges and the stressors and the obstacles come your way, you'll know that you'll be able to overcome, and you'll be able to come up with solutions with wisdom on how to get through them. I hope this helped you guys out. Feel free to share the video. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate everyone on YouTube and Leica being here and sharing the content, flexing, and also expressing your gratitude. Thank you so much. Hey, Josh, thanks for being here, planning the entire day before you start. Yeah, Brian Tracy said that, like, the night before, you're already planning the next day. So many leaders and authors and speakers have said that. The night before, you're already setting your intention for the next day. How you're going to do your business presentations, how you're going to do your exercise, the food that you're going to eat. You're just planning it in your mind and you're just seeing it. And magugulat ka because the next day when you start going through your life, like, wow, this day is unfolding really amazing. So, was that by accident? Hi, Asali. Thanks for being here. Hi, everyone in Cebu. That wasn't by accident. You purposefully set the intention for the kind of life that you want to be living. Importante yon. You will now they say, you will not be living life by chance, but you will be living it by choice. It's the choices we're making every day. I'm seeing myself living in abundance, in kindness, in excellent health, in power, in manifestation, in joy and gratitude. Hindi aksidente yon. You literally get these better feeling thoughts and feelings, frequencies, whatever you want to call them, and you literally plant them into your life. I hope this helped you guys out. Lastly, as an indicator, how do you know it's working? Well, you start feeling different. Thank you, Coach Asali, for tagging the team. Indicator, mararamdaman mo, nag-iiba yung pakiramdam mo. It's not like a fake, like, oh, I'm saying, yeah, like, great, wow. And then pag wala na yung group mo, yung team mo, like, you go back to a life that sucks. It's not about that. It's about you being able to imbibe and really get so deep into the experience that it doesn't matter if your circumstances or your environment is negative, but the positivity, and this is not fake positivity. Of course, you're still seeing nag-aawa yung magulang mo, may nagkakagalit, nagkakagulo, but there's so much peace and joy and love in your heart that it is actually emanating. That's just the only words I can say. It's actually extending sa kanila, and then they start not necessarily changing, but your experience of them starts changing. Diba? Ang dami nagsasabi sa inyo, Coach, ang hirap ng environment. Yeah, because the environment that you're seeing on the outside, pinasok mo na sa loob mo eh. Pinasok mo na sa isip mo, pinasok mo na sa puso mo. And then you, kahit saan ka na environment mapunta, nag-asawa ka na, nagkapamilya ka na, ibang bansa ka na, sabi mo, bakit negative pa din ang nararamdaman ko? Because the environment you saw on the outside that was negative, pinasok mo na yan sa loob mo. And therefore, what happens? So, Coach, what do we do? Then I say, you start creating a new environment in your head, a new environment in your heart. And it always starts there. Start seeing it first. It doesn't matter what's happening on the outside because my environment is already here happening on the inside. And kahit ano nangyayari sa labas, it no longer affects me the way it did in the past. Now I rise above all the negativity and the hurt and the pain and the backstabbing and all these words because I'm in a different I'm in a different life experience. And a lot of people want that. God bless you. I appreciate you for watching and commenting. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought or what your biggest takeaway was. I'll see you guys again soon. Salamat.